Sí. Ahorita bateó a los zurdos, ¿verdad? También. Sí. No, estaba bateando a lo derecho.
Yo. All right, we're going to talk about it. And I got a new little mic thing, you know. So this is my Rode Wireless 2 that usually clips on the back of my hat when I play catch and stuff. And then there's this little mount that I got for like interviews with a microphone. And I got it for the All-Star game. That was a few weeks ago because I wanted to do like on-field interviews and I thought it'd be cool. Anyways, what am I talking about? It has no relevance whatsoever. It does though, because I know a lot of people are going to ask about this thing. Whoa, we're going to talk about it. All right. Best day ever, yesterday. December 22nd, 2021. My dream came true. And no, I didn't get an invite to like Major League spring training, didn't get a contract. But what I did get to do is, where are we at? Come on, focus on it. Yeah, right there, baby. I got to DH in a professional baseball game. I should preface by saying, those of you guys just listening to this audio podcast, I just showed the camera the lineup card from yesterday. And it has your boy in the 9-hole batting DH, playing DH, I guess. My coach came up to me and apologized because he said he made a mistake because everyone that's a switch hitter is usually in blue. And he didn't know I was a switch hitter, so I should be in blue, but I'm in black. Oh, man. Well, what's up, everybody? Welcome. I've never done this before. I've never done a podcast like this before where I literally just tell a story. But the funny thing about that is I've gotten a lot of requests to do more like story stuff, like minor league stories, indie ball stories or whatever, and I haven't really done anything like that yet. I kind of take more of like the instructional route when it comes to these podcasts. Obviously, I hope you guys get something out of everything. And who knows, maybe you get something out of this. Maybe it's just pure entertainment, but who knows? So what we're going to be talking about, because I'm getting so many questions about it. And obviously with the platform like a podcast, it's just easy to kind of get everything out without having to individually tell everyone exactly how it went. But again, for those of you guys listening to this audio only, I'm going to post this video because I'm videoing obviously this episode, and I'm going to include all of the content that I got from yesterday's game, me DHing. Also, it was a vlog day, and episode 4 of the winter ball vlog is going to be insane. I'm still kind of having to brainstorm how I'm going to set that vlog episode up. No, it's episode 5. Sorry, episode 5 of the winter ball vlog. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to set that episode up because there's so much content and it's so many days in a row because the whole COVID thing. And my birthday was on the 15th, so I wanted to start it like a day before my birthday. And that's when like this whole COVID kind of deal happened here where we had to like suspend some games. And I was just going to vlog the whole thing. And then yesterday was going to be like the last vlog day. And then they were like, yeah, anyways. But let's go ahead and tell the story of how this happened and what happened and how it occurred and how it even happened and stuff and whatever. So with the whole COVID thing, we had like, I don't even know the exact number, but a lot of players out. And there's like a specific set amount of days that they have to sit out after their last like positive test or something, which is crazy in general. Obviously new discoveries are found every day, and I don't want to get too much into the logistics of the COVID virus and all this stuff, but last year when we had this COVID outbreak here in Puerto Rico and I ended up getting COVID, it was like the thing that we were in the understanding of was that you had to have X amount of negative tests before you can come back. And apparently it's not like that anymore with the virus and the vaccine and all that stuff. So I think there's just a set amount of days that you have to wait. And anyways, we had a few players that we thought potentially were going to play yesterday that found out that they couldn't play because they had to wait one more day. And I didn't know this until literally like an hour before the game. I'm doing whatever in the bathroom. I think I was shaving my head, and our manager comes up. And if you guys know my personality and you know how much I love to hit and stuff like that, you got to understand who I am as a person, I guess, to have this all kind of make sense and make it funny. I don't know. Then you'll understand how big this freaking moment was for me. But yeah, he comes up to me and was like, "Hey man, like we need a DH. Like, do you want a DH?" And obviously when a manager says that to a pitcher, you're like, first reaction is like, "Oh, you're joking. That's, whatever, funny. Haha." But then he had this look in his eyes like, "Oh wow, he's dead serious. Like, we're going to do this." And we had 8 position players available, 9 if you count me with the DH, and then, a good amount of pitchers available. So no one could get hurt during the game because we had no bench players. But so then I asked him, like, "Okay, well, if I DH, can I still pitch? Blah blah blah." And he was just like, "Don't even worry about it, just DH." So right away, I go up to my buddy who was a hitter and was like, "I need BGs. I need a shin guard. I need a elbow guard. I need a bat. I need all these things. I need 2 helmets because I'm a switch hitter. Blah, blah, blah. Who's pitching? What's the scouting report?" But I get locked in. Everyone's kind of taking this as a joke. And again, it is funny. It kind of, I guess, is somewhat of a joke. But at the same time, I take so much pride in my ability to be an athlete and so much pride in my ability to hit. Like, my dad, for those of you guys who don't know, my dad played in the big leagues as a catcher. And he wasn't going to raise kids that were just, pitchers only. That's, as I'm wearing a pitchers only t-shirt, discount code Robby. Wow, great segue. But that's what I always tell people when they joke about my inability to hit, because I'm always stubborn about it and prideful about it and say I can hit with the best of them, right? I always say, like, what do you expect? Like, grew up with a cage in our backyard. My training lab was our old cage. We would just hit for days. And that's when Pops kind of, I wouldn't say made me a switch hitter, but encouraged me to switch hit when I was, 14 or 15 years old, because I was just natural righty. Whatever. Back to the story. So I immediately go into the cages, get some front flips, tee work, just, swing in, and then all of a sudden it like hit me like, holy smokes, my hand's hurting, because if you guys are watching this video, you'll see like already these blisters on my hand, like that one, and then the middle one, that one. And I just went into the ocean this morning and shoot, these sting. Don't put hand sanitizer on. So I'm taking all these hacks righty. Like, I'm like, I'm feeling good. And, the hitting coach comes out and he's starting to throw to me. I'm like, wow, this is getting serious. This is dope. And take some hacks lefty. And next thing you know, it's game time. And I'm like, oh man, I need to like vlog this. Do I mic up? Do I bring the camera out there? And all these things. And I have so many ideas running through my head, because this is, again, once in a lifetime experience. This stuff doesn't happen, right? Like, it just doesn't. As much as I talk to every single manager I think I've ever played for and say, if you need a hitter, I got you. And they always think I'm joking, but whatever. So stuff doesn't happen. So I was like, I got to take full advantage of this, right? Anyways, so game time comes. I'm in the 9 hole. So obviously I think I waited till like the 3rd inning. And mind you, this was our first game in like 2 weeks. So it's the first time their hitters are like seeing live pitching. So you could just tell everyone's timing was off kind of in the first 5 or 6 innings. So my first AB, go up there right-handed. And I had already expected, like, obviously the game to speed up, right? So it speeds up. The guy that was throwing, I thought he had an electric arm, good stuff. And honestly, my biggest goal was like, just don't look like I don't belong, right? Like I kind of wanted to, like, I guess you could say my goal was to just kind of fit in with everyone else playing, right? Like that would be a huge accomplishment, to just look like a normal position player, normal hitter, and not be like, wow, that guy's must be a pitcher. That was like my biggest goal. So what was I saying? Oh, so my first AB, things speed up, obviously. Like, all I was thinking when I was up there was like, obviously I'm going to see it deep, so just think like right field. Again, I was batting righty because of the lefty throwing, so I just think right field. Like, I didn't go up there with an approach of like, oh, I'm going to elevate and I'm going to swing out of my shoes. Like, I wanted to see a few. And to be completely honest with you, like, I'm not trying to sound like conceited or anything, but I saw it well. Obviously, timing was totally jacked up. And I believe I looked like an absolute idiot my first AB because a 6-7 pitch AB, which technically is a quality AB. We'll double back to that later. I didn't even know that was a stat. But he got me on a changeup, and I looked like an idiot because I think it was a changeup. Could have been like a slider. Anyways, something that like broke into me, but I like started my swing and then read the movement later and sorted. And I was like, frick, that's not how I wanted that first AB to go. And then I had a quick like little meeting with our hitting coach talking about like getting a wider base and getting a little bit more, rhythm in the swing and the movement, all these things. And, because that was like a hard part of the whole thing was like, what is my batting stance? I can't, so then second AB, go up there, widen out a little bit. And then I think overall, just being at my second AB, there's a little bit more comfort, so to speak. So therefore the comfort allowed the game to kind of slow down, which obviously helped. I think I had another like 6 or 7 pitch AB and drew a walk. And that was like, let's freaking go. And then I got to run the bases, and I'm at first base, and I'm sitting there thinking like, holy smokes, dude, this is like, how long's my lead supposed to be? It's a lefty. Does he have a leg lift pick? Does he have a back pick? Does he have like all these things? Like, what if I'm too far off? Am I supposed to go with my left hand back to the bag, or do I go right hand dangle between the legs with a little finger wiggle like Willie Mays Hayes? Like, all these things are running through my head. And then I'm thinking like, oh, well, with 2 outs, I don't want to make the third out of third. So do I pick up the third base coach before I hit the bag halfway? When do I do that? Am I going to go? Do I just shut it down? Do I run hard? Do I not run hard? Do I coast? Do I chill? All these things running through my dome, man. And then it turns out like we got a knock left field, and I go and I pick him up late. I had to like stutter step to hit the bag, and then I'm like, I'm going 3, and then I kick into an extra gear. I'm so sore today, by the way. And I'm going to third, and I'm like, this is my moment. I get my jersey dirty. Mind you, sidebar, the best thing about playing baseball when I was younger was like sliding. And when we got to the big fields and you were allowed to slide head first, it was like freaking Christmas morning for me. I love sliding head first. This is 13, 14, 15-year-old Rob. And I would slide head first no matter what, even if there wasn't a play. So then I'm rounding second, and I'm like, let's go. I get to slide head first. And then kind of like halfway there, you can see the third base coach like kind of saying up because the throw was off the line, so I didn't get to slide head first. And then I'm at third, and all these thoughts are running through my head like, all right, well, is the padded, like, is it give? So if there's a pass ball, like, am I good? Like, I don't need to, worry about having a bang if there's a wild pitch. Am I even going to go with 2 outs and, the 2-hole hitter up or 3-hole hitter up? Like, whoa, I'm at third base. It's crazy. Anyway, they get out of the inning. I don't score. And then third AB come up, and now they bring a righty from the pen who's a sinker ball guy. And then I was like kind of thinking like, all right, well, do I just bat right-handed? Because obviously my throwing arm is my right arm, and as a lefty, it's exposed, like Shohei Ohtani. And then my manager encouraged me to get an elbow guard and go up there left-handed because the guy was a sinker baller. Anyways, turns out I get up there, pretty crucial situation, I believe, right? Like 2 outs, I believe, guys on first and second. And first pitch, I saw it well, missed it, foul ball. It's probably like the best ball that I thought I could hit. It was like kind of down, but down and in, which I would say is like my sweet spot. when I'm a lefty. And then second pitch was like down and away, and stuck with the same approach, just like seeing it deep, dude. And just kind of went with it and hit a ball down the third baseline. Third baseman with a lefty up, obviously, was kind of playing a little bit off the line. It wasn't hugging the line. And it went over the bag, and they called it fair. And I'm like, whoa, dude. Pointed to the dugout. Well, my buddy was vlogging. Rounded first, went to second, 1 run scored, second run tried to score, he got thrown out. I went to third, and I was really hoping they would say that that second run was safe because I was going to third, and it was another maybe potential moment to slide head first. and it didn't happen, but he got thrown out. But that run that scored turned out to be like the tying run. We were down 1-0 in like the 5th or something. So it was actually a pretty big run, which was kind of dope. So then my next AB, fourth AB, another righty, different type of righty coming in. And so I'm batting lefty. It was first and second, no outs. So like obviously I'm squaring to bunt. First pitch throws it like at me, and I get out of the way. It's a wild pitch. Guys go from first to second and third. And now I'm like, let's go, dude. This is like the stars are freaking lining up, baby. Like, let's rock. Yeah. So I think, a couple foul balls, couple takes, close takes, whatever it was, ends up getting the count to 3-2 again. And got his timing. I felt like I had his timing. I could be totally off, but it felt like I had his timing. Infield in, no outs, second and third. And I remember having like a moment where I was like, is this like the one time where I like sell out? Like I'm going to get a 3-2 fastball. He's not going to try to walk me, even though there's a base open, leadoff hitters on deck. I was like, this is the one time that I potentially just like sell out and just start early and try to just yank one. But I kept hearing freaking pops in the back of my head, like growing up, every time we did those situational hittings in BP, less than 2 outs, guy on third, scoring position, or guy on third, less than 2 outs, sac fly. Opportunity, you didn't want to like get over aggressive and yank, because that's usually when top hand gets a little dominant, you roll over and you don't get the job done. And so that's all I heard, and I was like, okay, nope, see it deep, like trust the hands, throw the hands, and just think like left center, okay, which sucked because I saw it deep and it was a cookie, and I hit the barrel, it bounced early, went up, and the shortstop who was playing in apparently had to like jump and grab it. Runner at third held, threw me out at first, and I was so upset. That was the worst part, was like, man, now I remember how like upsetting it is to hit and like not get a job done. You're just like, oh frick, that sucked. But I hit it good, and I was just like, I keep replaying that one pitch over in my head, just like, gosh, I should have sold out and started early. Anyways, the coolest part, and I didn't even say this yet, was after that double that I hit, the crowd was literally chanting MVP, and I got a curtsy call. I'll try to include as many videos and pictures or whatever that I have in the YouTube video for this podcast, because it's actually kind of funny. They were chanting MVP, I think, during the whole duration of my last AB too. And I was like, well, I don't really know how to react to this. This is crazy. But it was another reminder, not that I needed one, but it was another reminder of how much joy this freaking game can bring somebody. Obviously, it's extremely frustrating, and sometimes it doesn't bring any joy whatsoever. But like, when you peel off all the frustrating layers and all the failure things that can potentially be involved in it, you just see the pure bliss and beauty that this game can give it. Just a kid. And that's what it felt like. I felt literally, even though I just turned 30 8 days ago, I felt like that freaking 13-year-old kid, man, playing 18U travel ball, my dad coaching, my brother on the team, and like everyone on the team was like 18 or 17, so I didn't really get to play a whole lot. Kind of used for majority for just like pitching, but the times where I did get a spot in the lineup, I remember not being able to freaking sleep because I was so excited to just play. And you do those like double headers on the weekends, and you do those like round robin tournaments. You had like 3 games in one day, and you're just grinding. Gosh. man, time flies. Time flies. I was just there. And then I just had a 30th birthday. That's crazy. Wood bat tournaments, man. Those were it. Yeah. So I had 4 quality ABs. Like I said, I didn't know that was a stat. So that was cool. Hopefully, again, going back to what I said earlier about the goal, my side goal was like to impress enough to potentially get back in the lineup. So I think we're getting some players back today, so I don't know if I'm needed today to help out, but how cool would it be if we ran it back? Because I feel like I could do some damage. I'll be honest. Once I get the timing, I completely understand that I am probably way too overconfident about my hitting ability, and I shouldn't be, but I am, and deal with it. I feel like I can do damage. And I just love it. But my hand hurts. My body honestly hurts. This morning I woke up and I was so sore and my sleep was terrible. I was so amped up last night, dude. Shoot. Well, that's the story of how all this happened. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it, found entertainment from this. I did. It was fun. Let's do it again soon sometime. And I got to say, I appreciate everyone reaching out too and saying, congratulations or whatever. Like, that's awesome. I love you guys. And those of you guys at the game that provided some video and pictures, I greatly appreciate all of you guys as well. Yeah. Cool. Thank you guys for listening. Remember, episode 5 of the Winter Ball vlog will have all of that stuff. I think I'm going to title it, COVID Allowed Me to Capture My True Dream. But episode 2 of the Winter Ball vlog just launched as I'm looking here at my computer. It is up running right now on my YouTube. I'll include some links in the show notes. Episode 3 is going to be released, I think, after Christmas, so like a few days after Christmas, and then episode 4 is the All-Star Game content, and then episode 5. So yeah, there's a little bit of time we have, but as I mentioned, for those of you guys listening to this audio podcast, I'm going to try to include like all the video content and maybe some pictures and stuff in the video that you guys can find on my YouTube channel, and I'll include the video as well in the show notes. So you should be able to click a link if you're watching or listening to this on like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, or whatever. All right, that's all I got. I'm going to do a little bit of work here before we go. Today's a doubleheader starting at 4:10, so not much time left. All right, love you guys. God bless. Hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, see ya.